Manipulative ex-girlfriend begs me to marry her. Congratulations to our first giveaway winner. We're thrilled to announce our next giveaway at 1,000 subscribers, where we'll be giving away $100 each to 10 lucky winners. To boost your chances of winning, make sure to subscribe, stay tuned, and comment your opinions on every video to boost your chance to win. Good luck, and now back to the story. Threatens to blackmail me if I refuse. I, 28M. Find myself in a situation that feels like it's straight out of a bad rom-com, except there's nothing funny about it. I'm being blackmailed by my ex-girlfriend 26F, who's demanding that I marry her, or she'll reveal embarrassing secrets about me. I need some outside perspective to make sure I'm not crazy for standing my ground. Let me start from the beginning. Sarah and I met 3 years ago at a mutual friend's barbecue. She was vivacious, funny, and drop-dead gorgeous. We hit it off immediately, and within a few weeks, we were officially dating. First 6 months were amazing. We couldn't keep our hands off each other. We had deep conversations late into the night, and I genuinely thought I had found the one. But then, cracks started to appear. Sarah would get intensely jealous if I so much as looked at another woman. She'd go through my phone while I was sleeping, accusing me of cheating if she found any female names in my contacts. She'd show up unannounced at my workplace, claiming she wanted to surprise me, but it felt more like she was checking up on me. Despite these red flags, I was too infatuated to end things. I kept making excuses for her behavior, telling myself she just loved me so much that it made her a little crazy sometimes. Looking back, I can see how toxic this mindset was, but at the time, I was too deep in it to see clearly. Things came to a head about a year ago. I found out that Sarah had been cheating on me with not one, but 3 different guys. The irony of her constant accusations of infidelity while she was the one being unfaithful was not lost on me. When I confronted her, she broke down crying, begging for forgiveness and swearing it would never happen again. But the trust was broken, and I knew I couldn't continue the relationship. Broke up with her that day. For a few months after the breakup, things were blessedly quiet. I focused on healing, spending time with friends, and throwing myself into my work. I was starting to feel like myself again when Sarah came crashing back into my life. It started with texts. Just casual, "How are you doing?" messages at first, which I politely but firmly rebuffed. Then came the late-night calls, where she'd alternate between crying and yelling, accusing me of throwing away our love. I blocked her number, but she'd just use her friends' phones to contact me. Then she started showing up at my apartment, my gym, my favorite coffee shop. She'd plead with me to give her another chance, swearing she'd changed and that she'd do anything to win me back. When I consistently refused, her tactics changed. That's when the blackmail started. First, it was relatively mild. She threatened to tell my boss about the time I called in sick to go to a concert. She said she'd reveal to my parents about the small tattoo I got on a drunk night out, which they definitely wouldn't approve of. But as I continued to stand my ground, her threats escalated. She's now threatening to share intimate details about our sex life with all our mutual friends. Specifically, she's fixated on what she calls my Excalibur size, or lack thereof, in her opinion. She's threatening to tell everyone that I'm less than average in that department, even going so far as to say she'll share embarrassing photos she took without my consent. But it doesn't stop there. She's dug up every piece of dirt she can find. She's threatening to send screenshots of some admittedly cringy messages I sent her early in our relationship to my entire friend group. She claims to have a video of me drunkenly singing karaoke, badly, and dancing, even worse, at a company party, which she says she'll send to my coworker. She's threatening to tell my very religious grandmother about the time we had sex in her guest room during a family reunion. She says she'll reveal to everyone that I cried during The Notebook. Come on, who didn't? Perhaps most disturbingly, she's threatening to tell people that I have a fetish for wearing women's underwear. This is completely untrue, but she says she'll plant evidence to make it seem real. The kicker in all of this, she says she'll keep all these secrets if I agree to marry her. Yes, you read that right. After all the cheating, the manipulation, and now the blackmail, she genuinely believes that I should want to spend the rest of my life with her. I've been standing firm in my refusal, but I'd be lying if I said it wasn't taking a toll on me. I'm constantly anxious, always waiting for the other shoe to drop. I've started avoiding social gatherings for fear of running into her or mutual friends who might have heard her lies. My work performance is suffering because I can't focus, always wondering if today's the day she'll make good on her threats. I've tried reasoning with her, but she's not listening to logic. I've told her that even if we did get married under these circumstances, it would be a loveless, resentment-filled union that would make us both miserable. She just says she's willing to take that chance. I've considered going to the police, but I'm embarrassed and, if I'm being honest, a little afraid. What if they don't take me seriously? What if this somehow backfires and makes things worse? Some of my friends are telling me to just give in and pretend to reconcile with her to buy time. But the thought of being intimate with her again makes my skin crawl. Others are advising me to call her bluff, saying that if she follows through on her threats, she'll just make herself look bad. but the potential embarrassment and damage to my relationships and career feel very real and terrifying. The whole situation came to a head last week at a mutual friend's birthday party. Sarah showed up uninvited and made a huge scene, alternating between professing her undying love for me and making veiled threats about what she'd do if I didn't take her back. Her friends were stunned and I was mortified. I ended up leaving early, and I've been avoiding everyone's calls and messages since then. I know I'm not the asshole for refusing to marry someone who's blackmailing me. But am I the asshole for not finding a better way to handle this situation? Should I be doing more to protect myself and others from her behavior? Am I being a coward by not calling her bluff or going to the authorities? I'm at my wit's end, Reddit. Any advice on how to handle this nightmare would be greatly appreciated. And please, tell me I'm not crazy for standing my ground on this.